Craig, let's talk about your days of street racing. Before we go on to that, I'd like to make a complete disclaimer, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Avik Anwar is absolutely along my side when I say that street racing at this day and age in Bangladesh is not acceptable. Our streets are not ready for that. We do not have the infrastructure where you can get away with this. So Turbine does not condone street racing, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Avik Anwar and my good guest Craig Lieberman does not condone illegal street racing. Am I right, gentlemen?
Of course.
Yes, correct.
Who wants their fans to die?
Yeah.
So people who watch us are car people. We don't want our fans to go out and say, "I'm going to try street racing because it looks cool," and then they die or kill somebody and ruin everyone's life. Nobody wants that. No.
Craig, let's hear about one of your most memorable experience from your days of street racing.
Well, I was at the street races before I even had a driver's license, and I remember back. This was the late '70s, early '80s. And it was different back then. People would line up on this place called Roxford Street in Sylmar, California. Sylmar. There's two bridges, and it's very famous. But what was different back then is the cars would line up over here, and no one would stand past the starting line because apparently we had more common sense then to realize that if these cars get sideways and they jump a curb, they're going to kill you. So we didn't do that. But if you watch the videos today of young people, there are people standing down there, a quarter mile down the track, and they're standing, 3 inches from the sidewalk, and people are going by at 120 miles an hour. Back then, a street racing car was doing maybe 80 miles an hour, maybe 95 miles an hour, fast one. But now these cars are doing 130 miles an hour at the end of a quarter mile, and that's no joke. So my first experience is I came out there with my little Isuzu, and I got beat by a Ford Pinto, which was a horrible car. And after that, I was like, you know what? This probably isn't the car for that. So I went a few times with friends, and we'd go hang out there and watch and look cool cars. I would walk the line of cars and take a look at cars, see some of friends, my high school or college or whatever, and talk to some people, and then I'd be gone because I was, back in those days, it was about going through a nice canyon run. There's the roads up in Valencia where I grew up, where Paul passed away. I grew up there in Valencia. There's a lot of canyon roads you can go through where there's no traffic on. Back in the day, and of course, usually I was with my girlfriend on the weekend, so I didn't have time for any of that nonsense. So,
the second I asked you about your experiences of road racing, street racing, I kept wondering, did this gentleman race for slips or girls?
I have never been at a race where somebody said, "Hey, man, if you beat me, you can have my girlfriend."
It's only in the movies, huh?
No, I'm not in the human trafficking business. I know because I'm Italian, we kind of got a reputation over there from Italy, with the thing that hey, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do about it?
But there's no situation where I would risk my car for pink slips. But the usual stoplight Grand Prix, we like to call it. You pull up in a light, and the guy's up next to you, starts revving and all that. As a matter of fact, fun story. I bought my Supra because I lost a street race. So this guy pulls up next to me in a Supra, and I had my supercharged Mustang 347 stroker, all built Fox body thing, and this guy in the Supra just left me, and I said, "All right, that's it. I'm done with this car. I've got $12,000 in this engine. I'm done. I'm done." The car I spent, oh my goodness, I spent so much time on this stupid car. Here's a picture. This was the car. Can you see that?
Let's see the picture.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man.
And it had a built motor, supercharged 347 that I built myself. It was a fun car, but that car was gone, and I bought the Supra and then put it in the shop immediately, and it became the movie car. So I think I made the right decision.
Definitely you did.
You absolutely did, because your decision shaped a lot of us.